Hi there, welcome to another video from Parker Owners Boat Sales. I'm Jonathan Parker, and today we're going to show you this brilliant little Quicksilver 500 Pilothouse. Now this is the best equipped Quicksilver 500 Pilothouse you will ever see. So I'm going to show you around the boat, show you all the additions this has had, and most of them are from 2019 to 2021. So let me show you them and you'll really see why this is the best little fishing boat you can get on the market today. So without further ado, let's get on with it. But please subscribe to our channel. Come and see us at parker-adams.co.uk for all the other boats we have for sale and all the other walkthrough videos that we offer, as well as drone videos of boats as well. So come and see us, but for now let's show you around this brilliant little Quicksilver. As you can see, this Quicksilver 500 Pilothouse is a pretty little boat, and you can already see some of the rod holders on here. In fact, we've counted them up. I think there's 26 rod holders on this boat. Absolutely ridiculous. But the first thing I want to show you is actually the engine. It's got a Mercury 115 and it's a 2019 engine with only about 50 hours on it. But also, not only that, this 6 horsepower Mercury Axillary also comes with it. And again, this is a 2019 engine, and it has only done a couple of hours. In addition to that, the current owners also had a pair of trim tabs fitted. These are Lenco trim tabs. They're controlled at the helm with an indicator as well to tell you the level, and adds real good stability out at sea. Now the current owner currently goes a few miles south of the Isle of Wight on this to go fishing, and he says it's absolutely brilliant at sea for such a small boat. Things that help that are the trim tabs. Things that help that are the cavitation plate on the engine. You can see just about in the water. And also the backup of the auxiliary as well, just gives you that extra peace of mind. The next thing I want to show you is actually, it has a Bimini. Now this Bimini is brand new as well, in 2021. I think, in fact, I got it out to put it up, and I think I'm the first person to ever get this thing out. It was still in the plastic wrapping. It also has the sides that go all the way around, so you can enclose either side off as well, so you get side protection as well. But you can leave the back open to carry on fishing. And as you can see, there are 6 rod holders in there, as well as 3 above. There's also a table, so you can cut up your bait or gut your fish, whatever you wish to do. And the current owners also had a domestic live well fitted, so he's going to use it as he was using it as a live well. It has a hose attachment on the side, and there's actually a pump in here, which will pump in the seawater into here, and then it also has a drain as well. Now a lot of this has not been completed fitting yet, so it does need a little look at. The pump's not wired in yet, but it also has an aerator system as well, and that again hasn't been wired in yet. So it can also, there's an aerator control system, if I'll just show you quickly in here as well for it. But all that system is here, it just needs finishing off. But in the cockpit you can see there's little seats fitted all the way around, so you can sit any position you wish to do, as well as there's a really nice backward facing comfortable seat as well, for sitting down. I'm going to sit on here. And again, sat here, very comfortable, nice sunny day here on the Hamble River. We're just at the very end. The Harbour Master's office is opposite, and that's Warsash. Well, it's Hamble Harbour Master, but the town's Warsash over there. And we're actually on our sales pontoon today. We can actually see some of the other boats we've got on here. There's a couple of Fairline Phantoms on here, and we've also got a rib down at the end. But as I'm pointing this way, the Quicksilver also has a really nice walk round. Let me show you. It's quite a nice, and the console's actually offset, so you have a lovely walk round on the port side. But then when it comes to the starboard, as you can see, it's just a small ledge. So you do your majority of the walking round around the side. And then we'll have a look at the roof, and this leads to the next new feature. Look at that. There's a Garmin Radar on the top here. There's also a spotlight, nav light, obviously aerial, and then another rod holder, which I've only just realised is there on the top, as well as there's 3 more in the middle. four more, sorry, in the middle. So when you don't have the Bimini up, or we can actually stand up here and put them up there as well. But when the Bimini's not up, it's a bit of extra storage for your rods. There's also fender holders, so fender baskets either side. A little seat on the front, and with two more rod holders, and then a lovely little stainless steel anchor. Easy to deploy because you've got the roller system on here, and it just stores in here. And there's the rest of it. It's all stainless steel chain as well, and then a bit of rope in addition to that. And you can see all the fittings are stainless steel, and it's nice and clean. There's also a inbuilt water tank, because there is a small galley on this boat as well. But outside here, underneath this hatch, is actually another fuel tank. Underneath this one, there's another fuel tank, and then there's an inbuilt tank as well. So it's actually got 3 fuel tanks, and you can easily switch between all 3 by using this valve here. So at the moment it's on the inbuilt tank, but you can point it towards either of the other 2 tanks as well. So it gives you a lot of extra range. There's also in here, there's 2 batteries. So we've only got engine battery, we've also got an auxiliary as well. So we can, and the battery switch itself, it's a 2-way switch, so you can either choose one battery. So when you're at anchor fishing or drifting, you can just run one battery flat. When you want to start the engine, switch it to the other battery, and then start the engine up, off you go. Once you're running, then switch it back to both, and then you'll be charging both batteries up using the engine, and you get yourself charged up again. This also has, though, you can see there's also a mains trip switch there, because this also has a battery charger built into it, and we can plug it into mains just under here. Cable comes with the boat, it's down below at the moment, but the cable does come with it. And we can see we've got some more holders, obviously. We've got a brush and a couple of boat hooks on there for storage, and also under the seat there's a storage cupboard as well. Just before we go into the wheelhouse, we can show you there's a nice new looking gas bottle in here, and there's a nice spotlight outside, so a nice deck light outside as well. There's a nice mechanism on the sliding door, so the door slides shut. It does have a latch as well, so when it's open it can be locked off, so it doesn't slide around when you're going along. And then as we go in, we actually step down into here. There's a little bit of storage up the front. There's also a part-made bed there. There is an infill for the rest of this, and there's a couple of extra cushions which are in the storage area, which I'll show you in a moment, which can infill this. So if you are doing an overnight, then you can sleep in here as well. Because it's got the mains power, if you do happen to get into a marina or somewhere you can plug in the mains power, there's lots of 3-point plugs around the boat as well. So you can plug in heaters, things like that if you need to. We can see the helm though, it's quite a really nicely set out helm seat. Again, a nice comfortable seat. And we can see the visibility once we're in here. There's no pillar there, so your visibility is really, really good. There's also a cover that covers the screen on the outside, so when you're not using the boat, it'll have a nice protection for the screen. There's a wiper as well. I've got the batteries on, so we can show the wiper working, which is quite a nice size wiper, which will clear your direct view in front of you. There's even a rear view mirror. Hello, sorry I'm using a mobile phone today. And storage in the ceiling even. So there's a basket built into the ceiling for storage as well. There's a small window for a bit of air. If it's warm in here, you can open that up, and the door, of course, will just give you a bit more air in here. And then on the back, there's just a holder for paper towel, fire extinguisher access, but also there's a little personal beacon, a little personal life beacon, which will go with the boat as well. And then just some handy hooks, again for storage. There's some more rod holders as well, and these can be fitted around the deck in different positions if you need to, onto here. There's 4 positions that I can see at the moment, to that side and to that side. The seat itself is designed, the back can fold down, so there's a little bit of extra storage behind. But we can see the actual navigation suite on here now. So not only do we have down vision, we also have side vision as well. So effectively it looks below the boat, but also out to the sides. So you really get a good view of where the best fishing is where you are. And we also have obviously a normal chart plotter as well as radar as well. Let me turn that on. And then we also have a radar which does have overlay as well. And as you can see, this radar system is really what gives you confidence with range, because as you know, if you get out into open water and the weather changes and the fog comes in or the mist comes in, you can very easily be very skeptical at what is around you, and this really gives you the confidence that you can see what's all around you. So with the radar, the navigation, the sonar, it really is one of the best equipped small fishing boats that I've come across. Icon as well, which is GPS position, and DSC for emergency use. All the switches have been replaced, and there's also a carbon sort of effect plastic surround, but they all light up, they're all in good shape. There's also USB, there's 4 USB ports and a voltage reader as well, which tells you the current voltage. And then we've got fuel gauge, rev counter, trim gauge, and then the Lenco trim tab system that shows you the position of the trim tabs. And that is your sort of helm position, really nicely set out. But as I'm going to come down underneath the seat, because we're not finished yet, there's a 1500 watt inverter. Really nice addition. So this also will power up all your 240 sockets up to 1500 watts. There's a fridge, so your inverter will also obviously power the fridge. And we can see up here there's 240 sockets, and then we can see there's a couple of speakers, so there's a stereo system as well. And as we go under the seat, there's a little first aid kit, more 240 sockets, and then there's a little hatch under here. I thought this was just a step, but actually it's quite a large storage area, and you can see the infill cushions to make this into a bed are under here as well. So really good little storage area. But we're not finished yet, because we also have a small galley. So we've seen the gas bottle. It's also, this is the gas hob. So we've got a single gas burner here. And there's also a sink as well with running water. And then just storage, a nice little storage there. There's a drawer, which is quite nice. But that's not it. As we can see, there is a piece of wood here, and this is a table. So let me just get that to position. So there's also a table, so we can prepare whatever we want to do. So we can make our cups of tea and coffee, because there's even sugar, coffee, milk and tea all in a little storage area on there. And so a nice little fit out on a galley. He's got electric heater there. He's probably taking that with him, he may not, but that's obviously, you can plug that in and warm up the cabin if need be. So all in all, this is a brilliant little setup, and really is hard to beat for a small fishing boat. It's really going to be hard to beat the equipment that this has to offer. So it's one last sweep round, one last look on the outside on this lovely sunny day. But that's it. So what a brilliant little Quicksilver 500 pilot house. It's currently on the market with us. So look at parker-adams.co.uk. It's also on Boats and Outboards, Yacht World, and the Yacht Market as well. So you'll see it for sale there. So, and don't forget, this comes with a trailer, single axle roller trailer, like I said in the first place. And so really, it's a brilliant little package. So really, that's it from me. Again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and come and see us for the next video. But for now, goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed this one.